Lost my breath when I saw you take you first. My whole world stopped like that. And I hate to cry in time, but I just saw your eyes. Words just can't describe what I see. You look just like me, yeah. You're gonna think I hung the moon, gonna think I made the sky, that the sun rises and sets inside my eyes. And it won't be long till I hear Daddy's home, footsteps running to the man that on the moon. And I already know you're probably your mama's boy. It worked out fine for your dad. I hope I'm still your hero, 'cause I already love you more than even I understand. You're gonna think I hung the moon, and that I made the sky, that the sun rises and sets inside of my eyes. And it won't be long till I hear Daddy's home, footsteps running to the man that owned the moon. Oh yeah. One day you'll realize I've lost my cape, I can't fly, and I'm only human. And you need more than me, but you know that you need some.
I don't know if this is even picking me up or if it's even working that great, but this is kind of a test run, my first attempt to try and do a little bit of filming in the woods. It's towards the end of the season this year, and my daughter really likes watching hunting shows. She loves watching Buck Commander and Bone Collector, and we started watching the Hunting Public and Small Town Hunting, and she just likes that stuff. And so she said that she wanted to start her own hunting brand and show. And so I said, well, we'll try. I've got some old cameras. We'll see what we can do. But anyway, this is mostly for her. I'm playing with it today to see if it works. But she decided she needed to come up with her own name. And I was going to wait and reveal it later. But I made her some shirts with the logo on them and things, and ordered them for her for Christmas this year, which is just a few weeks away. But she wanted to call her hunting show or her hunting team brand or whatever. I asked her, she's 7, and I asked her, and it was really cute because she added an S to the end of deer and then tried to correct herself, and I said, no, that's good, we're gonna leave it like that. But she wanted to call it Smoking Deers, and so we're gonna see how it goes. I'm just testing it out today. I'm gonna put it on the Hurricane Creek YouTube channel. I haven't done that in a long time, and hopefully we'll have Hurricane Creek Outfitters back up and running soon for clothing and apparel. But if not, we may rebrand it, we may relaunch it. We'll see what happens. But anyways, yeah, just sitting out here today trying things out. I have a face for radio, and I have a voice for print, and so I'm not the guy you probably want to look at or listen to, watch on a show or YouTube channel or a TV show or anything like that. But
And I'm only human, and you need more than me, but you know that you need. So if I've done my job right, you know where to find man who really hung the moon, who really made the sky. Yeah, the sun rises, sets inside of his eyes, and it won't be long until he calls us home. We'll all be running to the man at home the moon.
And something else to think about is, I mean, look at what we're talking about, all right? We basically have one shooting lane because we moved here last year. I took a church, I'm a pastor, and I took a church and we moved here and met these guys that lived by us and were nice enough to let us get in their lease with them. And you know, we got one stand out here because that's what we're able to do for the both of us. And I may bring in some lean-in or hanging stands for me to hunt when I'm on my own. But you know, this is our second season. We moved here at the beginning of last season, deer season, so we had to throw something together so we could hunt. And we got that shooting lane right there, and then we've got a shooting lane out in front of us. And that's pretty much what we're dealing with. And you know, that's just not what you're seeing on a lot of hunting TV shows. It's like perfect situation, perfect setup, perfect location, perfect piece of land, perfect deer herd it's managed, and nothing that we're doing is perfect. Nothing that we're doing is even remotely close to being the perfect situation. One of the other things about where we're hunting, you know, it's not perfect, like I said. It's just the reality of and we love it, don't get me wrong. I mean, I love this. Now, would I love to get to do elk hunts and hunt mule deer and hunt goats and antelope? And yeah, man, I'd love to do that. But it's probably not going to happen. You know, I'm a pastor of a country church. My wife is a public school teacher. We got 2 little girls, and so I don't have several $1,000s laying around to go spend 2 or 3 days at an outfitting ranch or something like that, right? The other thing about this is not just all the other stuff about it being perfect, but some of y'all, you know what I'm talking about. There's like the idea of management is unheard of in a lot of these very rural blue-collar areas. And part of me gets it, right? Like, I'm trying to put at least 3 to 4 deer, if not more, in the freezer to feed us for the year. And, you know, here we are in December, early December. It's like 68 degrees. It's warm. It's not ideal. But there's no, I don't have the luxury of just letting every doe and every deer I see walk on the off chance that there's going to be a big mature 8 or a big mature 10 point come across where I'm at. Last year I shot a 6 point that I thought was an 8 point. I mean, I knew he was legal as a big-bodied deer, but he didn't have any brow tines. He didn't even have bumps at the base of his horns. It was the smoothest. Now they were real dark, and he was a fairly mature deer, I'd say, for this area. I mean, he was over 3 years old, which that sounds like not a mature deer. You know, you think 5, 6, 7 when you watch those hunting shows is a mature deer, But when we're hunting, you know, I've let some other little sixes walk this year, but chances are they probably didn't make it, because as soon as they walk off this little 80-acre piece of land onto another piece of land, somebody's going to shoot them. We just, where we live, it's so crazy. I think last year in Arkansas, just the ones that were tagged, there was like almost 250,000 deer harvested and tagged, like legally tagged and harvested deer, almost 250,000, just last year during deer season, just in our state. That's not counting people that didn't tag them. That's not counting people that shot deer and tagged them as doe and they weren't, or tagged them incorrectly. You know, that's a lot of deer, and so it's kind of that way, you know. A deer walks into a lot of property, and you know, I know that's kind of a younger generation thing. I think it seems, and at least in my experience, that it's a lot of guys my age, maybe around my age and younger, that care about managing deer and growing deer and doing that. There's a few of the older guys that do that, but you know, that generation of my grandparents, if it's brown, it's down, right? If it's legal, they're shooting it. They don't care if it's mature or if they're going to let it grow. If it's legal, they're going to shoot it. And I see that a lot in my experience now. In my experience, I see that a lot with that older generation. And I get it. That's the way they grew up. They were raised by people that came out of the Depression. And so they shot what they could shoot because they ate it. And that's kind of what we're doing. We need it to eat it. But it would be nice to be able to grow some. But again, it's just not the perfect situation here. It's a real situation, not a perfect situation. So as I've stated, this is not perfect, and so I do apologize, but the camera died. So there's 3 doe out there in the shooting lane. I shot the bigger the doe, and camera died, and so you can't even see that on the video. I know that now, but then my camera died, and so when I go down and go to get the doe, none of that was recorded. So I do apologize. But anyways, this has been a good test. I've learned a little bit about how to move forward doing this with my daughter. Just encouraging her and having a good time with her as we try to make some little rinky-dink hunting videos for you. That might be a good name, rinky-dink hunting. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But anyways, thanks for checking us out.